Welcome. Today we're going to go through a restorative practice for opening the pelvis. You're going to need either a yoga bolster or some pillows. I like these long ones. I've got a couple of those. You might need a few pillows depending upon your flexibility, and a couple blocks will be helpful. So we're going to start out with those long pillows, bolster, or you could even use like a firm couch cushion. And go ahead and lay that the long way on your mat, and then bump your bottom right up against the bottom edge. Take the feet to Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together and knees out to the side, and we're going to lay back. If you feel quite tight here in the pelvis, you might need a couple blocks underneath the knees that you can place to give them a little bit of support, and you'll know you need them if when you lay back you have that kind of catching feeling in the tendons right on the inner groin. And again, if you don't need those, you can just remove them and let the knees fall down. So once you get yourselves here, open the arms, palms facing the sky, and just drop in. Taking a nice deep breath into the lower lungs. And you'll know that you're bringing that breath down there if the belly expands. So the diaphragm moves down and the lower organs are expanding. And then exhaling through the mouth, let it go. Just dropping into the body, dropping into this moment. And surrendering to gravity. With each exhale, feel like you can just let go a little bit more, feeling that heart open and feeling that warmth spread out down the arms into the hands. Doing a light scan through the body, and just notice if there's anywhere that you're clenching or holding tension. And just bring some breath there, some softening. A couple more breaths. And with your next exhale, we're going to roll on over onto this right elbow, stacking the knees, and come up onto the hands. And then we're going to move this bolster width-wise. So we're going to lay our waist down over that and bring a block up here for your head. And then bringing that bolster or the pillows right under the side of your waist, you're going to stack the knees and bring yourselves down, resting on that outer right shoulder with the block under the head. And then we're going to extend this left leg down and reach the left arm overhead. So reaching through the fingers, now lift that left leg off the ground, flexing through the foot. So you reach through the fingers. There's a slight kind of pushing down on the back side of this right hand into the earth. And then from here, we're going to move into a twist as we shift this left arm back. We're going to roll onto the back of our head and bring the left foot forward. And reaching out through the left arm, turning towards the left. Use the right hand, the back of the right hand, pushing into the earth to help you twist a little bit deeper. Extending forward through the left heel. And lifting back through the left arm. And then rolling back onto the right side, bring the left arm overhead and bring the left foot straight down, reaching again in opposite directions. Left fingers from left heel. And then twisting back again. A little bit deeper, drawing your left sitting bone away from your left shoulder, and then your left heel away from your left sitting bone. And feel that line of energy across from your left hand, across the left shoulder, left hip, and out through the left heel. And then rolling back onto the right side, reach through the fingers again. And exhale, bring it down, left palm to the floor, help yourselves back up. And we'll just switch around to the other side. So stacking the hips on the left side, bend both knees, and then lay yourselves down on the left shoulder and the head on the block. Now reaching the right leg down, but a couple inches above the earth, and reach that right arm overhead. Stretching the right foot and the right fingers away from each other. Reaching the whole right side body. And now let's kick that right leg forward and right arm back as we move into our twist. And breathe into the belly. Pressing the back of the left arm into the earth and using it to help you twist a bit deeper. Soften through the jaw. And soften through the belly and the heart. And then rolling back on the left side. Let's reach that right arm overhead. Right foot stretches. Breathing into the belly and then exhale back into your twist. Reach forward through that right heel and breathe. And reach back overhead. Reaching in opposite directions now, bring your right hand down, right foot down, lifting back up. We're going to remove those pillows and then laying down on your back, but have a block nearby. So stepping into the feet here, bring the heels up against the buttocks, arms down along the side, and then pressing the lower back into the floor. So you might want to tuck your tailbone a little bit and activate the abdominals. And now lift your calves parallel to the floor. And press that lower back into the floor. So we're really working the abs here. Take a breath. Now extend that right leg straight down and back up. Elongate the back of the neck. Now extend the left leg and back up. Continuing to press that lower back into the earth. Right leg extends and back up. And the left leg extends and back up. One more time, each side, right and back up and left and back up. Bringing both soles of the feet to the earth now. Now pressing the arms into the earth and using that for support, you're going to step into the feet and start to tuck the tailbone strongly and then rolling the pelvis up off the earth. Extend straight forward through both knees. Start to activate the glutes and elongate the fronts of the thighs. Now we're going to grab this block, and depending upon your flexibility, you can rest on it the flat direction, or you can move to the mid-side direction, or if you have that openness in the back, you can go all the way to the high position. For that, you're going to need to roll onto the tops of the shoulders for support. That's going to protect your neck. And then stepping into the feet, lift the buttocks high and elongate through the knees. And you can rest your sacrum on that, or you're welcome to just support yourselves straight up. And then we're going to move into one-legged bridge, Setu Bandhasana. So stepping into the feet, let's bring that right knee up and extend straight forward. Leveling out the hips, so keep stepping into that right foot for support. Breathing. And bending that knee, let's bring it back down. Level out the hips, and let's bend the right knee up and extend. Breathing. And bend the knee, and let's bring it back down. And then whatever height you are in, let's go ahead and lift ourselves up off the block, extending out through the knees. Squeeze the buttocks up and release back down. And squeeze it up and back down. Last time, squeeze it up. And release the block and lower yourselves by rolling the spine back down. And take a nice breath. And let's draw the knees up into the belly and just roll side to side, massaging the lower back. Nice and gentle. And whenever you're ready, roll to the right side and make your way up to hands and knees. Okay, hands beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. We're going to do a little bit of cat-cow. So drop the belly down, lift the tailbone, and open the heart, spreading the collarbones. Little lift to the chin with your inhale. And then exhale in opposing direction. Press into the hands, round the upper back, tuck the tailbone, and drop the head. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. Inhaling, open. And exhaling, tuck. And last time, open. And tuck. This time, hold in your tuck. Press into the hands. Spread the shoulder blades away from the spine. Round the upper back and breathe. And then coming back through neutral. So we're going to move into frog pose. Deep opener through the pelvis. So you're going to want your bolster, and depending upon your flexibility, you might want even more pillow. You might want to stack that pillow up quite high, because what we're going to do here is open the legs and stack the feet just directly under the legs, and then we're going to drop into it. So you might need also a block up here. It just depends on how long your pillow is. And again, you're welcome to stack these pillows up till you're comfy. And then pressing into the forearms, kind of shift yourselves back. Try and get your pelvis aligned with your knees somewhat. And that's going to give you even more opening. And then find a place where you can rest. And just breathe. Now again, if this is too much, you're welcome to go up on a higher pillow, or if you're not feeling anything, you could even just remove the pillows and come down. Just depends on how much you want to open. And try and keep the spine elongated so we're not collapsing through the lower back. And just breathing into any areas of tension. And you'll find as it opens, you can drop in a little bit deeper. Maybe you can remove a pillow or sink back a little bit, bringing your hips down. Couple more breaths. And then to come out of this, you want to come back to those forearms, and you're going to propel yourselves forward onto your pillows and then draw the knees in, and then you can remove the pillows and you're going to sink back to child's pose. So forehead to the earth, and just drop your arms around the knees and breathe. And then bring the hands beneath the shoulders, lift the bottom from the heels. Let's walk the hands forward, tuck the toes. Now pressing into the base of the thumb and the first finger. From that action, lift the knees and push back towards the sting bones into downward facing dog. And you're welcome to bend one knee at a time. Just start to warm up the hamstrings as you push down the opposite heel. Walking it out, and then lift both heels, push back from the hands, elongate the side body, and lower the heels down. Now, if your hamstrings are quite tight, you might need to keep the knees bent, but you want to straighten through the spine, elongate the side body, and draw the outer armpits down as you spread the shoulder blades. And breathe in downward facing dog. And then dropping the knees down, sitting back, and we're going to come into a modified pigeon. So bring your bolster or your couch cushion, whatever you have, these long pillows, and you're placing them somewhat diagonally across the mat. And you're going to walk around, bring your right leg in front and your left leg back, and then sit back onto the pillows. So you have the support of the pillows for your pigeon pose. Okay, then bring that left hip forward, right hip crease back, so your shoulders are directed forward. If that's enough for you, you're just gonna hold here. Some people might even want a little bit more support underneath that thigh with a block. And if you have the flexibility, you're welcome to come down onto the forearms, onto a block. Just find a place that you can rest here and breathe.
So there's a slight activity through the legs, but we're really going for somewhat of a passive practice here. So just enough activity to keep your alignment, but at the same time, releasing, letting go, and sinking down. Couple more breaths. And then after your next exhale, bring yourselves back up. You can swing that left leg around. And we're going to move our pillows the other direction. And then we'll have that left leg in front. And swing that right leg back. And get your pelvis and your shoulders squared forward, drawing back through that left hip crease. And then take a breath. And with your exhale, you can move forward down onto your blocks or down onto the earth. And just release. Using those pillows for a little bit of support so we don't have to wrench so deeply into the hips, but we can release slowly and gently. One more nice, deep, self-soothing breath. And then coming back up onto the hands. Let's lean over onto that left hip and swing that right leg around. And then we can take these pillows up against the wall for legs up the wall. So the long way right up against the wall. And then you're gonna sit your right hip down on the right edge of your pillows. Come down onto your right forearm and then swing your legs up as you move on to the back and just bring the legs up. So there's enough activity here in the legs to keep the legs elongated, gaining the benefit of this inversion, but just released enough to let the blood flow, let the lymph return, and surrender. Soft smile to the face, soft smile to the heart, and a soft smile to the belly. Sweet surrender here, letting it all go. And just receive the benefits of your practice. And you're welcome to hold this here as long as it feels good to you. And then whenever you're finished, just rolling to the right side and using your hands for support to make your way up. And I hope you enjoyed that practice. If you found benefit, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you.